Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us. For this special figure showcase, we're going to be looking at the Japanese exclusive Pretender, Metalhawk. So what we'll do with this video, we'll have a look at all the accessories that come with him. You can even combine some of the accessories to make bigger weapons. We'll have a look at the inner and the outer robot. And we'll point out a few things obviously that you need to be aware of if you're looking for getting one yourself. And as I'm also lucky enough to have the packaging, and we can have a look at the fantastic artwork that's on that as well. So for those of you who've not seen this guy before, I've already just mentioned he is a Japanese exclusive Pretender, and he came out in 1988. And in Japan they were running a cartoon called Supergod Masterforce at the time, and he's one of the main characters from that, and he's the leader of the Autobot Pretenders from that cartoon. So let's have a quick look at the outer shell at first. So the outer shell is lovely. You've got really good, bright, vibrant colours, of course the red, white and blue. If you also have a look, you've got a good face mould there as well. One thing with most Pretenders, I'm sure you're aware, is they always tend to get the paint chipped off and around the hair. He doesn't actually have a belt like some of the other Pretenders do, and although I'm not going to put the little Hawk Pretender bot inside, I'm going to show you where it goes anyway. So that's the shell. It does all clip together neatly like so. I'm going to try not to damage this. So the shell is there, and of course the good thing about this is you can actually attach, even though there's all these accessories here, you can attach all these to him at one go. So you've got the large weapon here, and then you've got these two little guns that can also go in the hands of the little robot, which I'll show you in a second. But you can also double this up and attach it here to his large blaster, so you can make it look even more impressive. And pop that there, and then he's also got a large sword. The Japanese obviously figures, lots of them had swords, and that'll fit in there. I'm not going to push it all the way in. And then we've got the helmet as well, and the helmet obviously doubles up as something that holds the shell together. Now I'm not sure if this has ever been put on, and if I'm going to put it on, I'm not going to take it off because he's going to go on display. There we go, exactly like that. So obviously you could have the inner robot inside, but with that you can see that you can have him displayed with all of his pieces in hand at one particular go. So I'm going to worry about losing any parts if you're after getting obviously a loose complete one instead of a boxed one. So there we go, very, very impressive shell, very impressive figure to be fair. I think with pretty much all of the Japanese figures, they just made that little bit extra effort. This isn't like a mega Pretender, it's not like an ultra Pretender, it's just a normal Pretender. But you can, even as I say, you can even build up the main weapon for the outer shell. Let's have a look at the inner robot then. And this is surprisingly, well not surprisingly when I tell you anyway, this is made out of die-cast metal, but it is so heavy. It really, really is. It's really heavy there. So this is the normal robot mode. We've got the feet folded out. If I turn it around, you can tell that the back of it is going to be a bit of a jet. I'm going to, first and foremost though, if he stays there, I'm going to take these little weapons, little guns off the large gun, and then I'm going to crazily attempt to transfer. I've had a little go off camera and it does make a lot of noise creaking, and I think this was pretty much unplayed with, to be honest, so it's going to be pretty much unplayed with in itself. So there's the two tabs. As I say, you're going to need one there and one there. The one on the insides to go on the large gun, and the one at the bottom is for the hand of the little robot. So there we go. So you can put the two little guns there. Perfect. And now he's got his weapons if you wanted to display it like that. Either or, it's up to yourself. To be fair, I think that's how I'm going to display them in a second. But I'm going to now transform this inner robot very carefully with bated breath, so you can see. So we're going to transform this into a jet. Thankfully the transformation isn't that difficult. So we're going to turn the arms, I'm just going to the back. Oh no, before we do that, sorry, we need to pull the nose jet out. So there's the nose jet coming out of the way. You can see inside that it's all metal, and this is going to click carefully into place. Fold the wing down, and exactly the same on the other side. It's clicking everywhere. And again, and then there's the wings. I've already pulled the landing gear out, and then this nose part we're going to attempt to carefully. It's so tight. Oh, there we go, that's just clicked into place. Finally we're going to fold, clicking the legs up like so. they are all little clips there, so you can see they've got the clips where that was making that noise. And then you can now put the two little guns as tail fins in the back. I suppose that's a bit like Pretender Starscream, isn't it, with the bits at the back. But there is now Metalhawk's alternate mode of the little robot. So again, very, very impressive. It looks so cool. They've really, yeah, that, again, as I said with the weapons, they just make that little bit of extra effort. They just make it look so good. I'm just going to move this slightly out of the way. So here's the actual packaging, and again, this is another brilliant example now of what they do. So instead of just having them inside a normal box with a window at the front, which you've got there, if I bring this down, you've got all artwork on the inside of the flap. So you've got the transform mode, and it's got the two pictures there of the fact that, of course, he's coming out of the shell, and then you're attaching the weapons and indeed transforming into a jet. So if you've not seen the supergod masterforce cartoon, I do highly recommend it. On the side then, we've got more pictures of the shell and the inner robot in both particular modes. The C, by the way, for people who don't know, stands for Cybertrons, which is Autobots. You may have noticed the only tiny negative bit with this is there's just a little rip on the back there, but this is the supergod masterforce artwork on the back there. To us, with Hasbro releases, it was just the Pretender and the Power Master artwork, as we knew him as Power Master Optimus Prime in Japan. He was Jinrai, and he was a Godmaster. And of course, here's some of the Pretenders now. It's ironic that they kept Landmine, or Lander as he's known in Japan, is because he's a mail away exclusive. But there you go. There's Metalhawk. There's that amazing bit of artwork, and then you've got the same on the side. But yeah, he just looks really, really good. He is quite a rare figure now. He's quite hard to get hold of, so I'm very, very lucky to be able to get hold of him. But there he is. He is, as I say, he's from the Japanese exclusive cartoon, and it's definitely worth a watch if you've not seen it. I'm going to just transform him back for hopefully the final time. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more videos doing this with him in the near future. And he's going to go pride of place on my Japanese figure shelf, and it's just so stiff. You can see when I bring that round. I think this might have been played with a little bit because of the fact that the plastic's just a little teeny warped inside there. But to be honest, it's, as you can see, it is really, really stiff, and it's going to click into place there. So there we go. There he is, back into his inner shell robot mode, and there he is. I hope you guys liked looking at him. I hope it, as I say, give you a bit of information on him if you've not seen him before. Yeah, so Metalhawk supergod masterforce, Japanese exclusive, 1988 Autobot leader Pretender. There he is. Hope you enjoyed looking at him. If you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button for me right now. I'm having so much fun doing this. I'm glad you guys are all enjoying watching the videos as well. So, and of course, please take care.